number 10. Light pressure, squeeze, remove. Be aware, there is a piece of foam there that needs to stay with it. Complete assembly. Unfortunately, this has been driven today, so it's very warm. That's the entire unit. Lead in the front. Adapter. Again, you got that port there for the oil breather line. Oil breather line there that I removed. Now with my setup, I already had the stock engine cover, dress-up cover, removed. But you will have to remove it in order to be able to get access to the plugs. Again, my lead here is a little bit different because I cleaned up the air going into the manifold and the throttle body from the stock air box. So the original line is down below here. Same hose though, factory air for the oil breather. So 5/8. Not a lot of torque on these. Having a good extension definitely helps. Get you above everything, especially with adapters. Now, the new plugs have a very, very long neck on them. As you can see, the stem is very long. Again, we're talking a 5/8 socket. This is a long one. This is actually from Mac. This is a actual automotive socket for the deep heads that are on these vehicles. I got a standard 4-inch extension. Now the stock ones are made by AC Delco. I know you probably can't read that on there, but it is an AC Delco plug. The ones that I'm installing are an E3 plug. The reason why I'm installing these plugs is because the New York State has changed their fuel type to 20% ethanol. So the fuel burn consistency is not the same as what would be with a stock plug. So therefore, for me to be able to get a much fuller burn with the new fuel that they're using, I'm going to a different plug. Also has a very, very tiny, we're talking like a couple thousandths lead on this plug itself. The new plugs by E3 have their patented diamond style design to allow better fuel burn, and the lead itself is much larger. in diameter. This plug is still very warm. You always want to measure these up to make sure that your length, the barrel is the same, your thread depth is the same, and the angle is the same. That way you're not going to damage the piston head. And I'm looking at these here, and they're very close. E3 on their site does not list a plug for the 2010 Camaro, but if you go to your local automotive store and ask for one for an 09 Malibu LT with a 3.6 liter engine, you'll be able to find the same model. And the depth is just a hair larger. We should be okay. Stick it in the wrench. Socket, I should say. Lock it in place. That way it doesn't slide around. Start turning. Don't use your wrench yet, because you could easily cross thread it. It's much easier to be able to feel with it just on an extension. Go until it starts feeling snug by hand. And then you finally grab your ratchet. Again, a lot of these components are aluminum, so you don't want to use a lot of heavy torque on these. Just enough. And then you continue to do the same on the other two cylinders on this side. Repeat the same process, and I'll show you again on the next side.